Good morning, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Frustrated to Freedom. I am less frustrated now, and I'm quite sure you are too, because we're well on the way to our success goals. This is episode 94. You can feel it. I know I can feel it. And I'm quite sure you, having get all that knowledge over there in here, you certainly can feel the difference. You know you've got more information now, and information, knowledge, power, all of that thing all comes from learning. And we're in the situation now where we know exactly what's going on. Now, because of the process we've gone through, because of the stories we've done, and all of this sort of thing, everything, all the time we've been learning and learning all about the process of getting the action into our subconscious. Now, the subconscious in most cases actually just appears on its own, but in our case, by putting the stimulus in action, we're able to get it to react a little bit quicker. And that's exactly what it is. So by now you should be able to feel the difference in the fact of, if you think back to all those 94 days when we started, when it was just a thought. And then we've gone on from that. And now at this stage, we can actually feel the difference. And the process we're after is to get those goals, so that when we do the pinch to actually stimulate and get things going, and when we then proceed to get our goals activated, we can actually visualize those goals. You can see those pictures. You can see the picture of those goals, and you can read them through and talk them through yourself. You know exactly what it is. And this is the process we're going through. And this becomes easier and easier every time we do it by using this process, this stimulus. Now, it's taken all this time from the 1930s to get to the stage where there is no button to press. There is no magic button. It's a process of knowledge, information, learning, teaching, and the whole process comes down to the information that you get and pass on to others. And this is the process. Now, money is a reward that you get by adding value to the lives of others. Now, you've probably not heard that context before. And that's exactly the way these people view it. The people who are up there and the people who are in the process of making the money, they believe that the money comes as part of the process. Because the process is gain the information and pass it on to others. So if you can pass the information on so others can get the benefit from it, then you will get the recovery from that. You will get the benefit of the rewards that you want. You will gain your goals by doing these things. You focus on the vision of the future. Now, another process you can do is you visualize your situation, your goal, having achieved your goal in 1 year's time. Picture where you are, what you are doing at a particular time in a year's time. What beach you'll be on, who you'll be with, and where you'll be, and what sort of money you'll have by your appearance and in the bank and all that sort of thing. That's the visualization we want to do now, and that is in 1 year's time. And that becomes a large picture. Remember, everything becomes pictograms. Everything becomes visualized pictures. Right, you set that in your mind. 1 year's time, big picture. Now, below that, we're going to have half the size of that, another picture. And this other picture will be 6 months' time, where you will be, what you will be doing in 6 months' time. It may be the same thing. It may be you've already achieved it. It might be more money. It might be a different person you're with, different place or whatever. Visualize these things. It's half the size. You're getting to your goal, which is 1 year's time. Remember, we're setting time dates. We're setting goals, not just names on papers. These are actual physical dates that we want to achieve things by. We want to be there. We want to be in action. We want to have achieved things by a certain date. And that's the object of the whole thing. This we are progressing with. So now the second picture is 6 months' time. Half the size of the other one. Picture that. The pictures on a wall or wherever you like, or a television picture and another picture beside it. That's what you want to do. Now we go into the process. We know the process. We pinch the right hand and we get the stimulus. We pinch the left hand, and this again is the sort of thing that we want to do. We visualize the best, the happiest moments in our lives. Pinch the first finger. We then visualize all those goals that we've set. We see that list and we can read through that list. Pinch the other finger and we can now see their future, our benefits, our happiness and our future, all of those things together. So by pinching those two tightly, now we can go through the process. We can go through and think, visualize all of those goals that we've got. And that's the way. And the more often you do that, the better it'll get, the easier it'll get. So remember the whole thing. You can feel it. You can feel the benefits you have at the moment. Work on it, my friends. See you tomorrow.